Yo, what is going on, guys? Elijah here. Today we're just starting my podcasts. I'm just by myself today, but in the future we will have other people to talk to, communicate with, and just get information out there. So today is just kind of an introduction to the podcast and kind of an introduction to a little bit into my life because I haven't really spoken that much in my YouTube videos about why I started YouTube and what it's gonna turn into in school life and a bunch of other stuff. So let's just get right into it. So one of the reasons I started making YouTube videos was because of school, and just it was like an escape route, I guess you could say. So I go to a school. I've been to many schools. I think I've been to nine different schools, and all of them have been really small. And because I've been to all private schools, so I've had that blessing in my life where I can say I've been to all private schools my entire life, but they've all been really small, and it's not like a public school where you're going to a school and then you're seeing different kids in different classes. You're seeing the same exact kids in every class, which kind of can get annoying, and not I can't really use the word annoying, but it can get overwhelming. So that's the reason I made this, was to kind of communicate outside of my area of reach, where I can talk to people in, like, on the West Coast, and most of my friends are actually from California, Canada. I talk to people in, like, Ohio, Wyoming. Like, it's crazy. I have more friends online, I guess, which is kind of not good, than I have friends that I actually talk to in person. I guess real like speaking that and saying it out loud. Excuse me. I guess that's not really a good idea, as you can't really communicate with them face to face. Like, I was talking. Let's just bring this up. I was talking to a girl about a couple months ago, and she lives near me, but not near me. Like, she lives closer than my friends in Wyoming. She lives close to me, like Massachusetts area. I'm not gonna give the exact location, but it's far. It's like at the other end of Mass. So I'm like in Rhode Island, and like this person was at the other end of Mass. So it was really long and distant, and I only think I saw her one time in person, and then we kind of stopped talking because of problems and issues that were kind of noticeable from the start that I didn't really want to bring up because I liked her, and then turned into a whole different thing. Anyways, sorry about that rabbit hole we went down, or rabbit trail, whatever they call it. But yeah, so school. I've been to a bunch of private schools. Sorry, my chair is squeaky if you hear that. But I've been to a bunch of private schools, and my classes size has been really small. And these past 2 years, I've switched schools. Junior year, because I went to actually a Catholic school in 10th grade, and I had a really great time there. I didn't really like the teaching style that they had, but the kids there were amazing, and I loved them. And it was actually one of the biggest. It was 120 kids, and I'm usually used to 10 kids, so it was a really big difference. In that class, and that school actually had different classes. So, like, you would see someone in this class, but then not in the next. Like, there was math, you would have your friend group, and then in history you'd have your friend group in that class as well. But these past 2 years, I have 9 kids in my grade, and it actually could get really overwhelming at times because you're talking to the same people every day. So again, that's why I made my YouTube page, to kind of talk to everybody and get really just everything out there. Also, another reason is I'm gonna be, again, honest. This is a podcast, so we want to talk openly and freely here. I haven't had, since it's such a small friend area, there's not a lot of people to talk to, so you get lonely in yourself and in your thoughts and in your mind, I guess, and you have these bad thoughts, so releasing them and sharing positivity even when you don't feel positive is such a great thing, I feel, because, well, you're not practicing what you're preaching, but you're at least kind of lightening your day by lightening other people's days, which I think is awesome, and should definitely, like, that definitely lifted my spirit and my positive attitude, I guess. And then starting my Twitch kind of brought that back down, because I would get mad at video games that I couldn't win at, or if I didn't win a Fortnite match, or if someone 90'd me 10 times and shotgunned me. And so that kind of brought my mood down a lot during those streams, because I would get so upset and I just want to end the stream. So I feel opening this branch of podcasts and getting other people's on here, just to talk about random stuff. Like today is just a random video of me babbling on about school and my life and YouTube and just a bunch of other stuff. That's kind of what I just want, I want a chill area, chill video setting where you guys can, whatever you want to do, relax, eat food, watch me on the toilet, or listen to me on the toilet, anything really. and just relax. So on to the school aspect. I'm a senior now, just really crazy to think about, because I started YouTube in 2014, so I was 12 years old. I'm a 2002 baby, kid, whatever you want to call it. I was born 2002, so it's kind of good because my older brother's 2 years older than me, so he's 2000. So I'm like, okay, how old is he? So that's year. So he's this year's 2020, so he'll be 20 this year. So I just subtract 2 off the year, and that's my age. So I can never forget, and I can never forget how old he is, even though I probably will never. But so yeah, that's just another rabbit trail we went down. But yeah, so school is, again, like, so I've been wanting 2020 to be really big for my YouTube, and really big just for me in general as a person of growth, because I am graduating this year, so that is another big step in my life that I am taking. So graduating, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm either going to college, taking a year off, but I want to do something big this year. So, like, with that being said, as with schoolwork, it's just you have to get at a certain steady pace in order to push forward with your schoolwork. So that's kind of why I've been like, I wanted to do vlogs, and like that's still something I will want to do, but just not the schedule that I had planned out for this video. For my 2020, I was like, oh, every day I'm gonna post a video, or every other day I'll post a vlog. It just wasn't happening because of how much school I had. And most of you people that know me, or most of you people that go to my school, know that I actually don't have a lot of school hours, because I am a senior. And if you guys are seniors as well, you know that there are certain privileges that you get that you didn't have last year, that you saw the seniors that above you had, but now you're getting them. So like this year, I don't go to school till 9 when I actually go in. School starts at 8, and then I get out early at like 2 when it gets out at 3 on certain days. But that doesn't mean that the work when I am in school isn't a lot as well. Because it's overwhelming, and you're a senior, and you feel like, oh my gosh, this is my last year. I have to get such and such done by a certain time, or I won't be able to graduate. Like, cause you think you cannot fail anything, which is definitely a good mindset to have, or you won't graduate. But that second part is like, if you just think about how you did it last year, or like a year you did well in, and how you, I guess, adapted and made yourself available for the time for the schoolwork, that you would actually get it done. So, again, that's another reason why I love YouTube, but also can't get the amount of time in because of homework, schoolwork, projects. I got a lot of projects this year coming up. In English, my teacher wants me to do a 7-minute speech on something that I enjoy. And she actually gave us like a main topic to write our subtopics on and then present it to the class. That's the weird thing with me is I have major stage fright. Like right now you can hear me like say this, that, and pause, and like you hear me gulp sometimes. That's minimum to actually speaking in front of real people. Like right now I am speaking to real people, but just not people in the room per se. So with people in the room just staring at you and like eyeing you down every time you try to say something, it can be intimidating. Like people at my school watch my videos. I'm like, ooh, that's cringy. Don't watch it. Like, cause you don't want to see people watch yourself and judge you in a way. I guess you could say that. So, but like that's one of the things that's weird about me. And again, that's like one of the topics that is such a big thing that I need to get over, because if I want to grow on YouTube, I'm going to have to interact with a lot of people, which is something I want to do. I want to start interviews with my podcast, and I just saw Joe Rogan the other day interview Robert Downey Jr., and they had a great conversation just about, not only about his movies, but about just life. And that's something that I wanted to pursue and like talk about, which is really cool and interesting. But yeah, again, with school, so since I'm a senior, I've been blessed with going to private schools my entire life. I don't know if I said that already. So like, with that being said, there's certain things that private schools do that public schools don't. And since we have such a small school, there's only 9 kids in my senior class. So the principal and her husband will actually take us to Florida as a Florida trip. So we have to do fundraisers to raise the money in order for us to go. So, excuse me. This year, we'd be going to close to Fort Lauderdale, I believe. So we'd be going all the way out there and just chilling out, hanging. My friend owns a house down there, so he let us stay there. So we're going to chill there, go out to eat, do stuff that you normally don't do in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, the East Coast. But with school, again, it's just a whole bunch of crap in school. As a high schooler and as a person in school, for my people who are in school that are watching this, you don't like school unless you do. But most people that I know don't like school, and that's just because just the classwork, the you can't get enough time to do what you want to do. So, and that's another big step is when I'm graduating, I'm gonna have all the free time I want. Besides, having a job and actually paying for stuff. So, you get out of school, but then you got to go right to work. You know what I'm saying? So there's that gap. But with, excuse me, with the trip, you have to raise money. We have to all chip in. So then we go and we just hang out and have a good time. Come back and school's pretty much over. We have graduation. And that's pretty much it. We say our goodbyes to each other, really, because everybody's going different ways. That's just how it works in the world. But yeah, most people, because like right now, I don't like school. It's not that I don't like the school I'm at, because I love the school I'm at. Great teachers, great, administrators, great students, great friends. There's so many great things at that school, but school in general is just not it right now. And it's just it's weird to look at it from that angle, because when you're out of school, you wish you were back in it. Or so I'm told, my older brother graduated last year. I'm graduating this year. My younger brother graduates in 2 years, so it's just all crazy. So my older brother, he moved out recently, so I'm in his room. I stole his room, so I got my whole podcast gear set up in here. But he was really the only person I talked to, really, besides my friends or obvious family members that live in the house. So, but he wishes that, or actually he doesn't, but he wishes he I don't know how to word this. He wishes he was doing something else, I feel. Trust me, he loves where he's at right now, but he wishes he was doing something else. Cuz school took over 6 hours of your day. You'd get up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then be home by like 3. So now he's not in school, so he has all that time to do nothing really. I mean, besides he has work, so he works not every day, but he works most days of the week. He's paying for his car, he's paying for the house, he's paying for he's working to live basically. But just that topic of not having, when he's not working, he has all day to do whatever he wants. But like, what is there to do in a day? So that's what he's like. There's a lot of stuff I could be doing, but what do I want to do? So that's like a struggle he has, and a struggle I pretty much because like every person has that isn't going to college. Because most people right after high school, they go right to college. But him, my dad, pretty much my whole family, I don't think went to college. So I'll be the first one. If I do go, I'll be taking classes in filming, photography, video making, movie making, stuff like that. So, yeah. So just a bunch of school stuff. And so he has all that free time, basically, is what I was trying to get to. And he wants to be doing something that's like hands-on rather than just sitting around the house, because I feel like when you're a kid, that's all you want to do is just sit around the house and do nothing. But when you're like getting to that age, you want to be out in the world, you want to be exploring stuff, you want to be doing something else. So with school, you have you go by bells, you go by this, you go by that. And it's just so crazy because of all the stuff in a day that you actually do when you're at school versus when you're not. So that was really my main point for that side rant. But anyways, so yeah, with school this year, it's been tough because leading up to my senior year and trying to get out, there's been some roadblocks that if you do go to my school, you know about, and if you don't, I probably have told you, if you're a really close friend or relative, that you probably know about it. But if you don't, this is pretty much the story. I got into some serious trouble, quote unquote, with my school. I'm not going to get into the details because if they see this, I don't want them to think that I hate them for it, because I don't. It was my fault. I took full responsibility for my actions. I made a video that turned into something they thought was bad or bad on the school. So they sat me down, talked to me, and I got a punishment for it, and I fully respect that. And I'm not one of those kids who's, I didn't do that, so I don't this rule is whatever. No, if they call me out on something, of course I'll own up to it and move on. So I didn't even think like I was coming back to the school because it was such a serious matter that was taken. This happened 2 weeks ago, I believe. So this is actually February vacation right now. This is the day after Valentine's Day. So by the way, guys, happy Valentine's Day. I didn't personally have a Valentine, but yeah, so I just got into some serious trouble. But let's talk about Valentine's Day, because let's brighten the mood here. Happy Valentine's Day. What did I do yesterday? So I woke up yesterday. I went to school, obviously. We had a half day because it was the last day before vacation. So there was a teacher meeting. So everybody, for the quarterly second trimester ends that week, so they had a meeting for all the midterms, the grades, the just academics, the attitudes towards the teachers, and just pretty much everything. So if you can hear the background, I live in a house. You got family members, they're going to be talking. So sorry about that. But yeah, so yesterday I went to school, had a half day, had a pretty good day, not going to lie to you. Helped out a lot, did a lot of stuff. I will tell you one thing though, and that was my class. So I don't, since I have a small class, and Fridays we go in at 10:30. So we usually go to breakfast at a certain. So we'll go into school at 8 and then go to breakfast at like 8:30 to 10, and then just have because it's such a small school. You're basically family, so you would do your own thing and go to breakfast and hang out with your friends. So we were gonna do that yesterday, and so I got to school at 8 o'clock. Everybody's sitting down having a good time, and we go to leave for breakfast, and I'm a senior, but I can't drive yet, and that's partly my fault. I have my permit, and I'm eligible to get my license. Like I was eligible since September, and we're in February, so it's pretty long time, and I could have gotten it, but I've just been holding it off. I don't know why. And I don't have a car. Like I have one, but it's in the shop, and I need money to take it out, and I don't have a job, so I don't have money. So that's another tough thing. So my friend asked, would you like to ride with me? I said, absolutely, no problem. So I go to get in his car, and other people that have cars got in the car. And they said, sorry, no room. And drove off without me. Now, I was pretty pissed, as you could probably imagine, but I didn't want to tell him I was pissed, because at the end of I was mad for 3 minutes, and then just kind of got over it. But I'll pull up the text that I actually sent them, and it said, I didn't say anything bad, because I can't really say anything bad. So this is all I texted in my class. I said, hey guys, I'm not mad or upset, but kind of wanted to go to breakfast with you guys. I don't know, maybe next time someone should just take their own car, so there's enough room for someone who can't drive yet. I said, I get you guys who can drive, don't want to waste gas, totally understandable, but I came early for this reason. So, again, that was a totally respectable text message I sent for what they did. I could have been mad, you guys have your own cars, F this, F that, yada yada yada, you should have let me in this. No, you gotta be respectable. Also, the teachers were the principal's really on my back for what happened previously. So really, you just gotta own up to it. So, that's another thing. That's another thing why I like YouTube, because again, small school, small space, your classmates can get do I like them some days, and then you don't want to talk to them other days, so you want to kind of branch out. So yeah, that's pretty much it about my school life. Home life's good. We're chilling. Just again, we got 3 more months left. School, seniors, we can push through. We got this, And I don't know, guys. I'm gonna end it here, because this is a great topic to talk about. School is such an important thing, but some people don't treat it as well as it should be treated, I guess. So it's such a great topic to talk about, and I feel like we nailed on some of the subjects that seniors enjoy. So we want to end it here, but I also wanted to end with my podcast with a verse of the day, kind of something that someone's not doing. So I guess the verse of the day would be right here. I can actually get the notification every day, and the verse of the day today is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope is in the Lord. So yeah, I used to do that. I did this on my gaming channel, and I would read a verse of the day after every video, and I would try to break it up here and there, and I would try to explain it, but really there was no point because it's really your own interpretation of what it says to you, really. So I would always try to interpret it, but it might not be the same interpretation as someone else. And yes, I am Christian. I do believe in God. That's another topic that can be good on here, but also could be pretty I was gonna say something, I just blanked on the word. Can be pretty like iffy to some people. A complicated topic to talk about because there could be, and that's another thing I want. I kind of want to get different religious viewpoints, and I want to get a bunch of people and we just talk and have a group discussion. That we could even do a bunch of Marvel stuff. I'm a big Marvel fan. If you guys know me in person, and again, these podcasts are for you guys to get to know me. So if you guys got any questions, comments, like ideas for me to talk about, please, I'm all open to this. It took me an hour to finally decide what I wanted to talk about, and it took me at least 5 takes to actually film this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please, please, please leave a like down below. Not that it does anything, but just shows me that you guys like to see this, and comment what you guys want to see, and I will definitely be making more of these. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.